It all starts with the greatest lie that has ever been imposed on many people, and which is the root of all of the other problems we face, and that is that God is some impersonal deity far distant from us that we have to journey to, instead of the truth that God is a personality, literally inside each of our minds, in the form of a spiritual entity known as a thought adjuster. This Spirit of God is God, and is that portion of God that each of our unique mortal personalities will eventually meld with to form our new eternal soul in perfection with God. That is, if we choose to do so, because nothing in this universe is forced on us, including our gift of eternal life. To explain further, when a child makes its first moral choice that shows it has a mind complex enough to choose God's will, an event that usually happens around 5 or 6 years of age, a thought adjuster of God enters that child's mind. From then on, the thought adjuster sends impulses to that finite mortal mind, helping it to grasp the eternity, infinity, and universality of God. This is a slow process, given our chemically based and emotionally charged biological minds, which is why meditation can aid in our spiritual development. It puts our mind at rest so that God can instead meditate on us. After this first brief mortal life on earth, the personality that arose from that mortal mind and its associated thought adjuster from God reincarnate in another body on another world in what is known as the Urantia realm. The Urantia realm is the intervening existence between the material realm of time and space and the spiritual realm we are progressing toward. We do not go from being mortal to spiritual just by dying. In the Urantia realm, the person's personality and its thought adjuster continue advancing and incarnating together into finer, more spiritual-like bodies through hundreds of increasingly advanced training worlds until that personality reaches perfection and fully desires to do God's will. At that point, the perfected once mortal personality and the thought adjuster that has guided it through its existence fuse together and form the eternal soul to continue serving God in future spiritual adventures. Working with the thought adjuster from God to guide us while we are still on earth is Jesus' Spirit of truth that he sent to humanity on the Pentecost after his murder. These two spirits collaborate to guide the person toward the truth, beauty, and goodness that is God. They are the quiet voice that comes forth at times in our lives, and it is through them that we can be assured of the validity of anything relating to God. But differentiating our impulses from God, from our own egos, has to be learned. The quiet voice of God that guides us is usually that first faint impression a person gets that tells them if something is true or false. It is not the result of the mental deliberations that often come after that first initial impulse is received.